Many years ago, I came across a few lines in a book that I connected with. They were, "It's easy to judge, but you never know another person's heart, what gives them strength and what breaks them down." I have learned to listen more and speak less. The result has been eye-opening conversations and inspirational moments that I have shared with you right here. Hello and welcome back to my channel. We are at Kampala SHERATON Hotel for another episode of Crystal One-on-One, and the show is brought to you by Roke Telecom. Today I am talking with, I'd like to say, our reigning Miss Uganda, but I think her term has more or less just come to an end. But Miss Uganda 2019-2020, but officially it's actually Miss World Uganda. I have Oliver Nakakande. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
It's lovely to have you.
Lovely to be
Finally we
here.
meet.
Finally.
And you are looking stunning. Stunning. Please take in the dress.
Oh, this is
by Harrier House, right? Yes, they have
Harrier
amazing Ankara pieces.
Amazing. I love it.
Actually, I think you just did a shoot for them.
Yeah, I just did a
recently.
shoot, but this wasn't one of the pieces. But the shoot that I had really gorgeous outfits. People should check them out.
Okay, okay. Well, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
You were crowned Miss Uganda in July.
Yeah, 2019.
Okay. What date was it exactly?
That was on the 26th of July, 2019, here at the Sheraton.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that means in July, basically 26th, 2020 should be the end.
One year.
Yeah. So are you really done? Because we don't have a new Miss Uganda.
I am literally done, but until they crown another girl, I'm still Miss Uganda.
Yes. Have you received your car? Because I know as soon as your year is done, then you receive your car.
I think I'm going to receive it anytime soon. I have no idea.
Okay, okay. So Oliver, I'm sorry to say this. First time I was like, but wait, isn't Oliver a boy's name?
I know.
Do you get that?
I get that a lot, especially out of Uganda, because apparently in Uganda we have so many female Olivers.
Oh, okay.
But abroad, people are like, Oliver? A girl? That's why most of my friends love to call me Olivia, which is okay. But my mom and dad gave me Oliver Nakakande, so that's what it is.
Okay. So it is Oliver, not Olivia, remixed.
Yeah, you can call me whichever, but it's Oliver.
Okay, all right. So you mentioned your mom and dad. Are you all Ugandan? Did you grow up here?
I'm in Uganda, as you can hear, Nakakande. So my mom passed on when I was 18.
Oh.
So yeah, I had just finished my senior six, and then we had to lose her actually on Christmas. Yeah, I know, it was horrible.
I'm sorry, that must make every Christmas hard.
Yeah, but I'm celebrating Christmas now, you know. I'm looking on the positive side. I have people who love me now, and I guess it's been, how many years now? It's been a couple years, because that was 2012.
26 now?
It's been 8 years. This Christmas is going to be 8 years, so may her soul rest in peace.
Okay.
So my dad is Mr. Voma David. He lives in Kawempe. That's where I was born.
Okay.
Yeah, so I have a very humble background. I was born in a family that was not doing so well. I think that explains why I'm such a go-getter. I just want to live better. So my dad lives there until now.
Okay.
And I have 6 other siblings.
So did you grow up there?
Yes, I did.
Go to school?
So starting my primary school, I finished at Kawempe, Church of Uganda Primary School. That's on Tula Road. And then I went ahead to Mukono. The reason why I did that, because my mom usually loved us to be around other relatives. I don't know, maybe just in case she's not here, we have other people to talk to. So I went to my auntie's place in Mukono, and I joined Helm Senior School, Mukono. And then after then I came back to Kawempe, but then I joined Faiha High School that is on Gayaza Road for my senior six.
Okay, okay. So you finished there?
I finished there, and then I went ahead to UMCAT, School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I don't know if that's what I wanted, but I just wanted to study. I just didn't want to stop there. And that happened after, of course, the loss of, our mom.
Yeah.
So I was stuck. Of course, mom was the one who was paying for tuition and took me through school and all. I must say I grew up with my mom.
Okay.
Because by the time I was 4 or 5, they had separated. So all I knew was living around women, females. Yeah, so my dad could just come once in a while, but I didn't really get to see him a lot.
Okay, so you didn't really live with him, so it was mom.
Yeah, so after she passed on, I was like, I need to go back to school. I really did well, and it's hurt me that she didn't get to see my grades for my senior six. After all what she has done, she wasn't there. So I had to go into my relatives and ask them for, help me to finish off my school, because I really loved to study. But when like the head, because my mom was like the head of our home.
Yes.
She was away now. Everybody changed. Everybody was not the people that we knew anymore. Our aunties that were so loving, they were now a bit far from us. So I told myself, you know what, go and just work for your money, go get some cash. So that's when I started looking for jobs, going door to door. And I remember actually one time somebody offered me a job to, the pool table. Yeah, someplace here in Kampala, and they were offering me 50,000 shillings a month for parading those bowls on the table. I'm like, I'm not gonna do that.
So to be like the attendant for the pool table.
Exactly. I was like, okay, I'm not trying to act like I was demanding the job, but I had bigger goals. I wanted something better because I knew I could offer something better. So I said to myself, I'm not doing this job. I just left the place. So a friend of mine talked to my uncle, actually a relative talked to my uncle that had a studio. I said, this girl can actually learn photography and, maybe just reception and learn photography. So he was like, okay, just bring her in. And that's how I raised my first 200,000 mitwala abiri. And then the first thing on my mind was to get a passport.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, all right.
And I went ahead and got a passport. And then I also got a chance that one of my aunties came back to me and said, you know what, let me just pay for your tuition through UMCAT. I was like, okay, everything started to happen. I started UMCAT. And actually, while I was there, I was crowned Miss UMCAT.
So you started the beauty pageant journey there?
Yeah, I started my beauty pageant actually way back, when you...
Even in high school?
Even in high school, when I was at Hell in Mukono, we had like a prom party and I had to choose a queen and a king, and it was such a huge post. And I really was body shamed a lot, especially when I was in secondary school, because I looked like a tomboy.
Why?
Had literally no boobs. I was so flat.
And you're so tall.
I'm so tall, and they used to call me taller finer, and it used to make me so angry. I'm like, at the back of my mind, I'm like, how can taller finer become a prom queen? Definitely no way.
Wow.
But I had a few friends of mine who were like, you're beautiful, you can do it. They supported me, and I contested for that. And I took it. I won it. I was prom queen. Hell, that was 2010. Yeah. Anyways, so moving to UMCAT, it was easy for me to venture in. Even though the girls were so beautiful, I sometimes push myself harder, and I had that push that time that you can make it. So I ended up being Miss UMCAT.
Okay.
And yeah.
All right. Okay. We are seeing a pattern here. We're seeing a pattern. Was journalism something that you wanted to do, though? Or was it what
yes
was
and no.
available?
Yes and no, because I wanted to speak well. I wanted to learn how to communicate because I had a weakness in communication. So I wanted to be able to meet Crystal and talk to them without, shying away. Because having that background where people don't get to I mean, we didn't go to the best schools, so I knew one thing for sure. If I learn how to speak well, communication is key. I'm going to talk to people. I'm going to pitch projects to people.
Roke.
I mean, we didn't go to the best schools, so I knew one thing for sure. If I learn how to speak well, communication is key. I'm going to talk to people. I'm going to pitch projects to people. So that was the main idea why I joined UMCAT, but not the journalism part.
Okay. So were you there for like the whole course? Did you
Yeah,
finish
I
it?
was actually there for 1 year and a half. It was supposed to be a 2-year course. And then remember, like I said, I had gotten my passport ready to fly. So I was just looking for opportunities, any opportunity that comes, because I was really willing to just go abroad and make money. But I didn't know how.
You felt that that was the opportunity
Yeah.
you needed, yeah.
So after I got the opportunity to go to the Middle East, I said to myself, "But what about my studies, you know?" But then I said, you know what, I can come back and finish, because I was literally finishing. And I said to my friends, by then I said to her, I'm going to be right back.
Okay.
So that's how I left to the Middle East. I went to Dubai and I started working. I didn't start working immediately, honestly, because I went, usually you go on a tourist visa for 3 months and then look for a job. I was so unlucky that I couldn't find a job in those 3 months, and my visa ended.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. So I was advised to get another visa. There were some jobs, like I said, even before, when I was being offered the pool attendant, whatever job, I said no. It's the same thing that happened to me when I was there. I was being offered like waitress jobs with very little pay, and also I knew I could offer a lot. So a friend of mine advised me to join a real estate school. So you basically study about Dubai real estate for, was it like 2.5 months? And then you get a certificate, then you can apply for real estate jobs. Yeah. So I went through that. I got it's called the RERA certificate. And I became a Dubai registered broker, just like that.
But that must have been a very tricky time.
It was.
So you were staying with friends?
I was staying with friends, yeah.
Oh, no.
So I had like a lot of debts to pay after, because of course the course is not free. You have to eat, you have to transport yourself there. But I knew what I wanted, and I say, okay, I'm gonna stick to what I want. And I achieved it. Immediately after getting the RERA, I got a very good job, and I started earning money that I've never earned. I was like, yes. So I worked real estate. I sold so many properties in Dubai. I rented so many apartments in Dubai. I made friends. And I started living in Dubai.
Okay, so at that point you felt like your life had now started to, get better.
Oh yeah,
Yeah?
it had started getting better, because everything that happens in the work life there is transparent. If you get commission of like 2% of the deal, you're gonna get all your money. Nobody's gonna cheat you. So what I say to myself,
Kampala.
yep, I decided to invest here. Buy some properties, and also build a house. I was able to do that was it at 22, 23 years old? 22 actually.
Okay.
That's when I built my first house. I bought my first car, and I was seeing everything was, working out.
Things were looking out.
Yeah.
Okay, good for you. You weren't
you.
just having fun.
No.
Because some people might be like, let me first enjoy this.
You can't even enjoy without money. You need money to live. I mean, unless you're going to resort to other means of how girls some girls get their money. I said,
Yeah.
no, I'm not going to do that, because I realized it's not even a stereotype, it's real. People, especially girls going to the Middle East, they end up using their bodies and for sex and all to live, because it's very expensive to live there. But I said, no, I'm not going to do that. There's something better. Yeah.
We've been having a lot of very disturbing accounts of very many people who go to the Middle East,
Yeah.
even though they think they're going to work,
Yeah.
and then they have terrible, terrible experiences.
Yeah, I also faced stuff like that. I can't say I didn't. Even one of my jobs, in real estate, I think these men have this belief that black girls can do anything. So at a certain time, I was pushed into that by one of my bosses, but I said no, because I worked with like 3 different companies in real estate, and one of the companies, that was the reason why I left.
They were
'Cause
trying
have-
to.
Yeah, these black girls can do anything. So I'm like, no, not me. But yeah, I lived, and after some time, I realized that I can actually go back to uni, and I said, okay, why not study here? Because now I'm settled in, everything is good. So I joined Middlesex University
Okay.
in Dubai,
Okay.
and I didn't do journalism this
That's
time.
what did you do?
I did marketing.
Marketing. Okay.
I think I love business a lot, and I love marketing myself. So I said, oh, let me just study business.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So how long was that?
How long ago was that?
How long was this? You said you went back to university.
Yeah.
So,
So I haven't finished yet.
Oh.
I took a break because of Miss Uganda.
Right. So you did like 1 year? Was it?
I
Like
did
1
one
year?
year only, yeah.
Okay. So how did you come back and think about Miss Uganda then?
Honestly, I've always wanted to be a beauty queen, or, for a certain cause, for a good cause. And while I was there, I did some research about what actually pageantry can offer, both being a beauty queen and helping people. So I came across Miss Uganda, and I started following them low-key in the background, looking at what they're doing. And I said, okay, next year. I started pushing next year, because I didn't feel like I was so good enough for the post. But when it came to 2019, I said to myself, I'm going to contest this year, because I feel like if I don't, I'm never going to do it. So I wasn't here, and I saw on their Instagram that auditions were on. They were looking for girls, and I was like, oh my God, I'm here, I'm in Dubai, how am I going to do this? So I called a friend of mine called Ruth. I said, Ruth, can you go to the Sheraton, pick up forms for me and fill them for me?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You weren't here.
I wasn't here. I was
Okay.
still studying by the time the audition started. I was like, just go pick them up. I gave her every information that she wanted, and then she asked me, what about the signature? I said, just sign. So she just signed, brought back the forms, and she said to me, I said to her, put your mobile number, because in case they call you for auditions, act like you're me, Surprisingly, I've never shared this story. Like, this is the real story how I, picked up forms.
Okay.
So she said, okay. So I was checking on her. Did they call? She said, no. I was like, maybe they were not impressed, because I had to take photos of myself, attach them. I sent her photos via WhatsApp. She went downtown, printed, put them together with the forms, brought them back. I was like, maybe they were not impressed. Okay, let's wait. And then I think 1 week to the real audition of meeting the judges, that's when I flew in the country.
Okay.
So I came back and I wanted to audition. So I knew everything they needed and the dates, and I showed up here at the Sheraton. I'm here to audition. But I walk into the room full of girls, so many beautiful girls. And I say to myself, did they call these girls here, or they just showed up? Because they didn't call me, but I'm here. And then I started asking one by one, were you called for auditions? They said, yeah, they called me. Were you called? No, they texted me. Well, at least everybody was called except me. I was like, I'm in the wrong place. Yeah. So I was like, let me wait until they call my name. But then I had lost hope because all these girls were called. I mean, their forms were already there and mine wasn't. So I stayed back. I was so early, but I stayed back until like the last minute. Until the room was like, had 10 people.